Ladies and gentlemen, geeks and nerds, welcome back to another episode of Road to HermitCraft. And we're back over in the end, and today we're going to do some work on the Death Star. Yep, glad to be back here. We spent a few episodes doing other things in the overworld and stuff, so yeah, good to be back. And we are going to do some work on this floor right here. This is level 3? Yeah, this is level 3. So this is the level with the carrot farm over there and melon and pumpkin farms over here. So we're going to try and add 2 more farms today if we can. So we're going to put a farm here for potatoes, which is going to be pretty similar to what we've got for carrots, so nice and easy to build up. And also on this side, going to have a wheat farm over here. So this is going to be like our farming floor, if you like. Yes, we're going to get those done. Obviously those items will go into our item system. So up into the item elevator, up to the top, and we'll do the filtering. And also I want to do some cleanup on the breeder and the trading hall. So let's get started, and I think we'll make a start with the wheat farm. Here is the progress so far. So I've got all the redstone in, which I'll show you in a second, and just got the initial place for the water streams all in place. So let me show you what's what so far. So we come down here. I just set up this little rail here just to demonstrate. But yeah, I had a little bit of fun, let's say, trying to get these redstone stuff working, because we've kind of got 2 different components right next to each other. So we've got the kind of drop-off station, and then we've got the smart dropper right next to each other. So I had to do a little bit of jiggery pokery to get it to work with my limited redstone brain. That was a bit tricky, but yeah, got it to work in the end. So yeah, the idea is this hopper is going to pick up, this hopper in the minecart rather is going to pick up stuff. So if we just drop some stuff on the rail, that will pick it up, and then it will come over here and it should start unloading into the hopper that's underneath, which goes into this dropper, and this dropper is detected whether it's got stuff in it or not and spits it all out, and then once it's finished, the minecart goes off and gets the next batch. Yeah, so I've done that on this side and also on this one as well. So yeah, just got to fill in all the rails all the way along, fill in the dirt, and then we can get the villager in. So that's straightforward, I think. I need to get the rails in. All right, let's make some more progress, and yeah, I'll bring it back in. Okay, we've made a bit more progress, got the water streams in, and also got, as you can see just there, we've got, for both farms, we've got all the rails down, all the dirt on top, tilled all the dirt, so it's all ready. Obviously hydrated it with some water sources in the middle, and where those water sources are just underneath, we've got to dip the rail down because we've got a trapdoor just underneath to hold the water in, so that's why those are there. But yeah, these are all good. So the minecart's going backwards and forwards. One little thing I had to do, I had to change how we were doing the item drop off, because I had a bit of redstone over here and it was making these rails turn and that was no good, so I've had to change it up. This version we have a repeater here, so we've got to cover this up, and that's why over here where I've made a start decorating, I've got these slabs here to kind of cover up that repeater, and I've got the stairs here to cover up the dirt, so I think that looks alright, that bit there. Got these trapdoors here to keep the villager in place, so he can't escape. So I've tried that out in creative, that seems to work. And obviously we've got the lights on top to make sure we've got enough light level for the crops to grow. And I just tried to kind of join them all up with this thing on the top. Not really sure I like it, to be honest. But yeah, that's, I guess, a start. If you've got any better ideas, let me know. The breeder has been turned on, so we're just waiting for those babies to grow up and fall down the chute. But here we are in the trading hall, and yeah, in between episodes I've done quite a bit of trading and sorting out of these guys. So we've got, you know, a good number of villagers now. We've got like a unbreaking 3 guy over here, we've got like a looting 3 guy over here, we've got our mending guy that you've seen before for 10, that's a really good one. We've got a feather falling guy somewhere, where is he? Oh yeah, feather falling 4 over here, efficiency 4 here. Yeah, so we've got some good trades here if we need them, so that's good. But while we're waiting for the baby to come down, yeah, I want to talk about this. So one of the reasons why today we're going to do the wheat farm and the carrot and the potato farm, is so we can get this kind of complete. So at the moment you can see over here, if I zoom in, we're backing up with stuff because yeah, all of our storage is being been filled up. So we need to sort out the main storage for the Death Star. So, but what I want to do before we do that is to get the last few things that are going to come through this side, which is the potatoes and the wheat. Yeah, so we need to get them all wired up, get the filters here, get the filters above the item elevator up there. So once we've got those things all in place, then we've got some space then to start routing the rest of the items to the main storage. So I think I've got a kind of a plan for that. So that's going to be coming soon. But yeah, we're just waiting for this villager to come down, and because all of these cells are filled up, he's going to walk all the way around, and he's going to end up falling in here. Yeah, I've taken out the magma block we had there, which would kill any sort of overflow. But yeah, he'll fall down here. We'll check him, and if he's any good, if he's a farmer, we'll stick him in this boat and get him down to the farm. So the babies have grown up, and we've got a few coming down now. Here's the next candidate, and he's not a farmer, as we can see. Wrong colour coat, I'm afraid, buddy. So he's going to come down here, and I've actually added a trapdoor on the floor there with a little button. So once he falls in here, I'm afraid, my friend, you are no longer required. So I'm going to press this button, and down he goes. Splat. Oh, another guy. Oh, sorry, dude. Wrong colour. See you later. Ah! I fell off myself, but it's alright, I've got wings. Right, let's get back up there. And here is the first farmer. So let's check him out. He is actually a farmer, but yeah, as I said, any brown coat will do, doesn't have to be a farmer. There's some other guy has turned up as well, so I just plugged the hole up so we can just deal with this one on its own. Now the important thing here is we need to fill his inventory with seeds. So a villager has 8 slots in their inventory, and I've got 8 stacks of seeds, and this is pretty much all the seeds I've got. So we need to, this one needs to work. Hopefully he's got nothing in his inventory, so we need to make sure this is all cool. So let's chuck these in, and hopefully he picks them all up. There's one gone. All right, good. Let's chuck in the next one. I think they've gone. Why don't I chuck them all in and see if there's any left? Okay, I think that worked. I can't see any seeds anywhere. And if I double check my inventory, I don't have any seeds in here. So I think this guy is a good one. Woohoo! Okay, and they're starting to build up. There's another farm where they were going to need him. Oh no, I'm going to have to sort these guys out in a minute. Alright, let's get this guy down first and get him going. So we need to, let's let him free, I guess. Should be alright. Let's get my boat ready. Where's my boat gone? I found my boat. I've got it. It was in that shulker box. I was doing some trading and emptied my inventory out in the meantime. Yeah, I'm getting a backlog. All right, got to hurry up now. Okay, so let's break this glass, I guess, and let him out. So you can come out now, guy. Out you come. And I want to get him in this boat. You going to come out or what? Guy. Should we try with the boat here? Let's try. He's in. Right. Now we don't want to lose this guy because he's got all of our seeds. Let's go this way. I need you to be brave, and you need to trust me. Everything's going to be just fine, honestly. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on a little trip with this guy. We're going to just go this way. We're going to go off in the boat, and we won't take full damage. It's going to be all right. So yeah, there's the farms there. I planted up seeds earlier, and they've been growing while we've been waiting for the villagers. So we just have to fly off here, and we should land down there somewhere, hopefully. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's go off, and we're going. Ah! Oh yeah, here we are. You see, I told you it'd be all right, didn't I? Yeah, that's right. He nodded. All right, so I've got the guy over here. So we need to get him in. So let's break one of these. Let's break this one. And if we break the boat, we should be able to get him in. So we've got the bounding boxes on, making sure we don't hit him. So if we break the boat, now if we need to just nudge him up, and because we've got slabs and stairs, we should be able to just push him up. And you guy go in here. That's it. In you go. And get to work. All right. Let's see. Is he going to do something? Come on, guy. Off you go. Start harvesting. Are any of these grown yet? With these new textures, I'm not quite sure. Alright, let's leave him be for a minute and see what happens. And here he is. He's doing his work. Oh, yeah. So we've got some seeds on the floor and also some wheat right there. And my cart will come by and pick that stuff up shortly. But that is good news. Alright. And he can't get out. I've double checked with the bounded boxes and stuff. And yeah, can't get out. So we should see some things coming out of the water stream. Actually, there you go. Look, there's some wheat. There is some wheat. Now, will it come up the item elevator? There it is falling down. Here comes some stuff up the item elevator. Some blocks from when I was building. Yeah, that's good. We'll get that later. Some rails. And there we go. Some wheat and some seeds. Awesome stuff. And some rails. And some redstone torches. Alright, yeah. We'll pick that stuff up later. But yeah, this is working. Alright, good stuff. Okay, let's get the other one set up and then we can move on to get these potatoes. So I'm back up at the trading hall. I've turned off the breeder and we need to get rid of these non-farmers. So we've got one guy there. I'm not sure if we've got any others, but yeah, let's get rid of these others. So you are for the job. So I have repaired the overflow for our villager trading hall, and yeah, this guy is not going to last much longer. Yeah, cleared up all of the other villagers that weren't farmers, and out of here, there he goes. See that, bud? And over here, I've managed to get out 4 farmers, various different careers, and yeah, we'll use these. So we're going to need one for the wheat farm down there that we've got. We'll need another 2 for the potatoes, and we've got a spare one just in case. So let's get this guy down and get him farming. Here we go. See you later, my geeks. Ah. Oh, I went too far. Good job we got a spare one. Alright, time for take 2. Badoink. Here we are. That's better. Alright, let's get this guy in. Right, we seem to have an issue. This guy has stopped farming and he's just standing here and it looks like he's looking down at these carrots. So I'm wondering, is he detecting that there's some work to do over there and prioritising the carrots or something? Why has he stopped? Dude, there's stuff right here, right next to you to do. Come on. Jeez. Alright, so I've added this wall all the way around. That's too high of black glass, and this seems to have fixed it, or at least helped. Yeah, this guy's off and doing his stuff. What he seems to do is, he seems to do some work, and every now and again, especially when he's over this side, he does kind of stop and seems to look over there. So I wonder whether he's detecting these crops, but then because he can't get to them because of the wall now, he gives up and then carries on with these crops. So maybe before, when we just had the trapdoors, he thought he could pathfind to it and kind of got stuck. Maybe something like that. But yeah, this guy's off and running, doing his thing. So that is good. Alright, so we just need to get enough seeds to get this guy filled up, and then we can put him in. And then, that's enough on the wheat stuff. Alright, good. Alright, let's crack on. Look at this guy as well. Yeah, we've got some issues with our villagers. Yeah, I think what's happening is, now I've seen this before with the carrot guys and kind of ignored it, actually, to be honest with you. But yeah, what happens is these carrot guys as well, they kind of get stuck in a corner sometimes. I've seen all 3 of them do this. So I think what's happening with all these villagers is that they end up detecting a crop that they can't get to, and then they just stop. So what I've had to do with this case, like for example, is go into the other farm, break the carrots, and then these guys decide to carry on. So that's what's happening, I think, with that other guy, our wheat guy, over there. I think he's actually started, yeah, he's actually gone off and started doing some work again. He was stuck there for quite some time, and I think what happened was this villager came and broke the carrots that he was looking at, and now he's gone off again. So these kind of things kind of tend to fix themselves eventually, but I'm not really happy with it. I want these guys just to be focused on what they're doing, not get confused. And yeah, the other thing I'm not happy with is just the layout, actually, of these things. So these 2 farms are too close together because of this detection thing. These 3 farms are too close together again, so I'd like to improve that. And also, my OCD is still kind of kicking in. I've tried to ignore it. Now I know we've aligned these carrot farms to be in line with the chunks, actually because of a bug in Minecraft where villagers disappear if they move between chunks as they're being loaded or unloaded, and actually Cubfan had the same problem in his latest episode, surprisingly enough. So that's why we did it. But I think it's easy to replace these villagers now. Actually, now we've got a breeder, get them in a boat, drop them down. You know, it's super easy to get them back if we need to. So I've done a bit of planning in creative. So what I've done is I've taken a backup of this world, loaded it up into creative, and done a bit of planning. So let's hop over there and let me tell you all about it. And here we are in a creative backup of the world. And this is something I've seen the guys on Sci-Fi do. They take a backup of the world, load it up into creative, and then they can do some planning before they actually get on with the big builds. And this is something I probably should have done in the first place, but I thought I'd give it a go. And I don't really show you too much of the planning I do, so I thought I'd share it with you here so you can see what I'm thinking about. So basically, these carrot farms are in the wrong place, I've decided. They're too close together, so they interfere with each other. And also, I don't like that they're not kind of centered. I think the Death Star should have some symmetry to it and some organization. These ones where they're just not centered and stuff, I don't like it. And also, we've got 3 of these farms. We don't need 3. They're kicking out loads of carrots, far too many. In fact, 1 would be fine for us, but we've got plenty of space. I think what I'm going to do with all these villager farms is just have 2 of these for each of them. So that's one thing. So the other thing is, obviously, so I've taken out the wheat farm from this backup, and I've started planning out where things should be. So actually, let's go down to level 2. So this is level 2, and for all of our levels, we've got these 4 doors in all of the 4 sides, so north, south, east and west, and I'm happy with that. And once you go into a room, I think the room should be symmetrical. I think having some order inside the Death Star would make sense. And also we need to have a rule about how much space a room can take up. And to do that, what I'm thinking here is that we should have these kind of dividing lines where a room cannot cross, if that makes sense. So these kind of diagonal lines that go from the center of the Death Star, just in a diagonal all the way out, 45-degree angle, and do that around each side. So you can see this pink wall I've put down kind of denotes that line here. So there, and obviously over there and over there. So that gives us a very definitive line of where we can build our rooms. Now obviously as the circumference of the sphere gets bigger, we get more room, so it makes sense to do bigger builds inside bigger rooms. So what I've done here is I've kind of laid out where our carrot farms could be. So what I'm thinking is taking out these 3 carrot farms here and then building 2 down here in this position. Now if we build it like this, the 2 are separate enough so they don't interfere. So a villager will detect crops 15 blocks away. So I've got a 17 block gap in between. So these 2 villagers won't interfere with each other, so that's good. And also then, in terms of height, they will detect 1 block up and 1 block down. So what I'm thinking here is that we can have carrots and potatoes opposite each other on level 2, and then on level 3 we can have the wheat farm up here, and that means that these farms won't interfere with each other because they'll be too far away from each other. And obviously these 2 wheat farms are spread apart as well. And so the plan, I think, is we need to remove the carrot farms, rebuild them underneath, add the potato farms opposite, and take out the current wheat farm and rebuild it in its new position. And I think we'll be good to go. All right, let's crack on and get some work done. You have failed me for the last time, Admiral Viet. here are some carrots coming through from the new location of the carrot farm. Oh yes, I'm so happy this is done. Oh god, that so that time lapse took about 8 hours worth of work, and then another few hours of editing and whatnot to get that down to just a few minutes. So yeah, that was an immense amount of work, but well worth it. Well worth it. I'm much happier with how these are laid out. And here are the potatoes. It's all working, all looking good, nice and symmetrical. Gives us plenty of breathing room to turn this into something nice. So I'm much happier with the location of these things now and the way we've got things worked out. So these are not going to interfere with each other. So yeah, all good. So let's go up and have a quick look at the wheat farm, which is up here. And of course the old carrot farm is not there, it's gone. So that's good stuff. And here are the wheat farms. Let's just land here we go. And you can see these look different from the first version. I managed to rejig how the redstone works underneath so we could lower it all down so it looks just like the others look. They're kind of flush with the bottom and no need for the extra slabs to hide any repeaters. So again, much happier. Now of course I've had to rebuild these wheat farms, and in fact I had to build this one again because I built it in the wrong place. I don't know what happened. I was just building it. I was in autopilot mode. I guess I'd just done so many before. I don't know. I was building the wall on this side and I was really close to this and I was thinking, hold on a sec, that's not right. And then the realization hit me. But anyway, it is all good. So yeah, very happy with how this has turned out now. I feel like the problem is I think I'm generally quite a logical person, and I do a lot of planning normally. I don't really make mistakes that often with this kind of thing, but yeah, I feel like building the carrot farm as I did originally, and then obviously trying to build these wheat farms to fit around it was just making a bad decision worse. And I think a lesson for life is don't make a bad decision worse by sticking with it. I think sometimes you just have to bite the bullet and fix the original mistake. So yeah, let's have a quick fly around, and yeah, we are good, we are done. So all of those drops are all going up the item elevator. It's all working out. One thing actually while we're passing the iron pearl is I've had to disable the iron pearl because the villager, this guy here with the potatoes, he was a bit too close. He's outside the village, but he seemed to want to go towards it, so I've just taken out the doors for now, and I've collected the iron that was there. We had about 10 stacks of iron, so that was good going, but we don't need it anymore. We've got the Iron Man, so that's not needed. So yeah, that's about it for this episode. So we've got ourselves in good stead now for going forward. So what I need to do now is up at the top, we need to sort out the item filters for the villager breeder and the trading hall to get these items up there to make it easy to trade, and then we can crack on and build some more cool things in the Death Star. So if you liked the episode, then please leave a like. If you've got any comments, suggestions, feedback, get that stuff in the comment section. And my geeks, if you are new, feel free to subscribe. We're done. I need to go rest. Alright my geeks, until next time, I'll see you later.